bir teyinga tengegen salihali janerim Kankagan şangaşan gerçince deydi Oyansa börüşügen asa şolu biliydi Top närin asar, doğada keybir Eniler ağalar, assalamu alaikum Sengize kaldak bay şımır den kış bel akkay Kışbende harnamasın saat baydın men derin den sağ Ah bir an bir men degen derimde tapay Gedat kuzir oğu Esser kanku keygi oğu Hazır börüri oğu Kazak'tan kaysar yerleri Bir sarva korgandan kol Dört arva buğdırgan kol Atçalının kol algan kol Alaşın kaysar yerleri
Yerlerinin boğa gere yerler ilge mora gel Yerge gamıra gelere yerge gitkin şişere Yerler
welcome to ESPN here. Harry Williams here with Martin Murray for a night of big fights. What are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I'm expecting a good night. Obviously, the Kazakhs always bring the action. So yeah, no doubt it's going to be a top show.
Headline tonight with a super lightweight title between Jose Macias Enriquez and Ray Satsinov at the local Kazakhstan. How do you see that one going?
Yeah, obviously, I see the Kazakh as the favourite. Undefeated, 8 fights, 4 knockouts. Big prospect. No, it was 5th in the world in Budapest. So obviously, he's got good pedigree, and no doubt he's going to put on a good performance tonight.
Yeah, it won't be long till the action is underway here in Kazakhstan. Big night of fights ahead of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on ESPN Plus in America, Canada, and on IFL TV worldwide. And we're glad to welcome all of you from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum! So, this evening, organized by MTK Kazakhstan, head of this company, Mr. Tollabay, in association with MTK Global, Top Rank, and sponsored by Academy of Logistics and Transport, Round 10, Gold Sapa, Buka. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening is sanctioned by Kazakhstan Professional Boxing Commission of Republic of Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the judge committee. Paul Tuzinde, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Baurjan Iskakov, Aqto'bek, Kazakhstan. Yerbol Nurushev, Shymkent, Kazakhstan. Dinmuhamed Abaykan, Kızılorda, Kazakhstan. Terek Manap, Yezek, Kazakhstan. Dulat Bazarbayev, Turkestan region, Kazakhstan. Timekeeper of this evening, Aybek Sharapatov, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Dr. Rakat Zulkarnaeva. Inspector and supervisor of this evening, Miss Mariam Muhammadjan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Boxers and judges are ready. Are you ready? Let's start MTK Fight Night! So, first bout of the main card of the evening. To the red corner of the ring, win by the boxer representing Aqto'bek, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Eidos Tastayev!
And here comes Eidos Tastayev. Mixed record there, 2-3 against a big prospect here. What do you expect from this one?
Well, we all know he's got a tough night in front of him. Yeah, he's fighting like I said, a quality, full pedigree amateur fighter. So he's got a tough night ahead of him, but no doubt he's in top shape and he's going to give it his all.
Eidos with one of his wins by knockout, so he's definitely dangerous in there no matter who he's against. We've seen upsets before and we could see another one tonight.
To the blue corner of the ring, we invite his opponent representing Aqto'bek, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Rakat
Rakat Seizan, the 8-0 undefeated prospect here from Aqto'bek, Kazakhstan. The big crowd, big following here. Taking his time, getting to the ring here, nice and calm. What have you seen from the prospect so far?
To be honest, I've not seen much of him at all. I'm just going off his record. Like we know, he's 8-0, 4 knockouts, can obviously punch, and like I said, he's got that pedigree, so no doubt the favourite going into this fight, and no doubt he's going to want to put on a good performance for his own crowd.
Yeah, definitely going to want to see him take his man out earlier, the local fans here. get the main card started, I should say, on a very fast
Ladies
note.
and gentlemen, this is the 6th round of boxing in super lightweight division. Let me introduce two boxers. Introducing first and fighting out of the red corner, professional record of the boxer, 2 wins, 3 defeats, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the after Kazakhstan, please welcome Eidos. Introducing his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Professional record of this boxer is perfect 1, 8 wins, no losses, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the after Kazakhstan, please welcome Rakat. Referee of this bout, Rushev.
Боксеры, слушай мою команду. Правила не нарушаем. Пожали руки. Оула.
And here we go, the action is about to begin between Eidos Tostayev and Rakat Thaizen, 8-0 prospect. As the action begins and the first bell goes, how do you see this first round playing out?
Obviously, they'll just get a measure of each other, work out the range here. Just get a feel for each other. You know, this is where you can start working out, you know, you can feel what they've got about them, how they're punching, the power, you know, the range, the distance.
Rakat throwing a nice jab there is Rakat. Dictating the center of the ring there.
Lovely footwork there, stepping back every time he steps in.
Here he's timing those entries and exits very, very well. Really setting the pace on Eidos here. He's very much one of those feeling out first rounds a little bit, still just measuring each other, seeing what they can get in and out there, just getting the timing on them shots going. What do you think, Martin?
Yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling, Tostayev.
Very nice body work there from Seltzer, from Rakat Seltzer there.
Finding them angles, moving round.
Very nice body work there. Eidos presenting that left, the right side of his body there, well to Sakait, landing them shots at will. Some nice footwork here from Rakat as well, switching stance several times here to get them shots in. Feel like there could be a little bit more sting in them shots, a little bit more pep to him than what he's offering, but he's really stamping his authority on this round.
That's right, the person slowed down now and he's obviously can get his shots off and he can start getting to work.
Referee breaks the action. Seltzer just waiting for Eidos here to make some kind of mistake. Very nice stepping right hook there, using them angles very well. Tostayev not finding any success this round so far. Really just being a little bit of a punching bag. Very nice head movement. What do you think Eidos is having to do here, Martin? How do you think he's going to have to bounce back from this round?
He's obviously he's going to struggle. You see him then towards the end of that round, he started going into that shell with his guard up. What happens is when you're fighting somebody like you know, as quality as this, they get a bit gun shy because every time they're letting shots off, they're getting caught clean. So we started going in that shell then. So you know, he's got to start opening up more, start trying to put him on the back foot, and don't let him find his, you know, get into a comfort zone where he just feels comfortable letting his shots off.
You can already see them Them shots starting to show up on the face of Eidos here. He's not looking the fresher of the two men as during the seconds here. As just before the second round begins, he's looking far more tired than his adversary in the opposing corner, Rakat, and who had a very good body of work that first round. And here we go, the seconds are out, and the second round is about to begin. And our first main card bout of the evening, Harry Williams here, joined by the legend Martin Murray. As Eidos comes out a little bit more aggressive this round.
Yeah, this is what he needs. He needs to push it. But I think we'll see Tyson start finding his rhythm now, start letting some big shots off.
Stayev looking a little more willing to take a shot and step in there than he was the first round. I think he's got that little nerves out of his
body shots.
Yeah, starting to find a home now for them body shots. Is Rakat Sailsan really able to find a home for them body shots, changing his levels very well. Very nice overhand left there. Yeah,
overhand left.
Eidos to Stayev really starting to feel that pressure now. He started this round strong, but he's really starting to feel them body shots. Nearly a fall there.
He's looking for put that backhand over. That's the shot that seems to be working for him. There it is.
Very nice. What would you be doing in this situation now, Martin?
Sorry, I'm just watching the fight now. I'm just expecting that backhand come over. Oh, beautiful shot. It's hard, like I said. He's under fire now. As you can see, he's going into a shell. Nice shot there, opening up. But he's just got to start establishing some shots himself and start getting the respect.
Yeah, Tastayev starting to lose that discipline now with a few wary wild hands coming over the top, just trying to land anything on his man.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah, very setting now. Very, very nice shot to the body there. I'm sure if the ref didn't want to step in there or not.
He did split him up though. I thought it accounted then. This is where he'll go through the gears now. He knows he's got him. There we go. Lovely shot.
Very nice body shot there again from the prospect, the 8-0 prospect, with 4 KOs to his name, showing why he is this highly touted.
Oh, there it is again, that backhand.
Timing all his shots very well.
Beautiful variety of shots as well.
He's timing him very well. Head, body, head, constantly. Looking very, very smooth. Oh.
He's looking for them little shots round the sides.
The referee's got to be asking Eidos questions now. He's kind of taking a step back there. He's not really intelligently defending himself much in the corner. The referee right on top of this action. Eidos reluctant to hold off there. There is the second round came to a finish, but do you think we can expect to finish in the third round?
I'd like to think so, yeah. He stepped on the gas a bit there, then we've seen what happened. I think he's only going to step on it more now, and I'd be very surprised if we see Eidos get through this next round.
Yeah, with the body of work that was coming from Rakat was very, very strong there. Taking his gloves off, we see there. Beautiful body-head combination there from the 8-0 undefeated prospect. The beautiful looping overhand left.
He was landing quite often with that. Once he found that shot, he knew it was there every time, so just kept planting it, just putting it there whenever he could.
Very nice uppercut there. That was probably the moment everything in the fight started to change.
And that's it. Looks like we're done.
Yeah, it looks like Eidos Tastayev wants no more in this contest. No surprise there. He was, I think if he'd have come out for that third round, it wouldn't have been pretty, would it, Martin?
No, you know what, and I think that was a good decision by his corner man there, because it was only going to end one way, and it just saved him further punishment because he was taking a lot of shots then in that second round. So, you know, it was a big ask for him. He was never going to get the win today, but you know, he came in on a go, and like I said, good decision by his cornerman in pulling him out, in my opinion.
And we'll throw this one over to the ring announcer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, every tight of the red corner after round. Winner is blue corner, Rakat
Sitsam with a big win there, setting off continuing his professional run there. 9-0 now with 5 KOs to his name. What do you expect to see from him next? A bigger challenge?
Yeah, it has to be a bigger challenge, obviously. That was no challenge for him whatsoever today, obviously. It was a fight, he needed a fight. It's always good when you're fighting in your own country on a show like this for, you know, putting a good performance like that and winning style, which he did. But we really need to see him stepping up now and fighting someone who's going to start giving him something back. I'm not saying that his opponents before haven't done, but obviously we never seen out from him today, which way we could really measure him against, you know, the opponent who he was against. Great fighter though, great fighter.
Up next we have Eidos Medet versus Shiraz Mirbobev. Both 21 fighters and undefeated, 9-0. Eidos Medet versus the debuting professional Shiraz Mirbobev. Both 21.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the red corner of the ring, we invite the boxer representing Tajikistan. Please welcome Shiraz Mirbobev.
Shiraz Mirbobev, the debut professional here. Really makes you feel old when you see someone's date of birth being 2000 and beyond.
Yeah.
Debut professional here against a 9-0 opponent. It's a big debut to try and step in there with, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Obviously, we don't know anything about him, but he walks in quite confidently, and, you know, when you see fighters walking in like that, seems like they're going to have a good go, so I hope he does.
And here is his opponent, Eidos Medet, the 9-0. 9-0 fighter with 6 knockouts to his name. Another 21-year-old prospect with already 9 professional fights to his name. It's crazy how often these Kazakhstan guys get fights in such a young age.
What, you know, 21, 9-0. I mean, I didn't turn pro till I was 25, so he's in a cracking place here. 9-0 at 21, 6 knockouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 6th round of boxing in the featherweight division. Let me introduce 2 boxers. Introducing you first and fighting out of the red corner. This is a professional debut representing Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Please welcome Shiraz Mirbobev. Introducing his opponent and fighting out of the blue corner. Professional record of the boxer is perfect 1. 9 wins, no losses. 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing KUNKABAYEV, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Eidos Medet. Referee of this bout is Muhammad Khan.
The referee's final instructions have been given. We're about to get underway as Shiraz Medet goes head to head in his professional debut with the 9-0 undefeated local Kazakhstani Eidos Medet. Medet in the blue, Mirabov in the red.
Straight away, holding centre of the ring.
As per myself, Harry Williams and Martin Murray calling the action. Medet's starting to find a home for that jab. Shiraz looking a little bit raw in his debut here, leaning back far too much.
Chin's up in the air. He's having a go though.
Yeah, he's very, very willing to get stuck in and take a licking and keep on ticking. But that chin has to come right down if he's going to find any success here against Medet.
Medet's sharp. They're both sharp, to be fair though. Obviously the qualities with Medet.
Oh, jumping into some shots there. That's a wild game from Boev. Especially when that lead hand is so low down. It's fast, but it's not really connecting much. Oh, he saw a little glaze in his eyes there as Medet landed that right hand, that looping right hand. What do you thought so far, Martin?
You know, Medet is coming in at a, you know, he's having a go. He's taking it to him, which is something you've got to do when you're the away fighter. I think this will only bring out the best in Medet though.
Boev looking quite confident, feeling quite confident. Hasn't been landing the most. Took a stinging shot there.
He just keeps landing that right up, that check up that Medet does as Boev is jumping in.
What would your advice be here for Medet? Would it be to counter him or wait for him to dive in as he's been doing so far? What would you expect him to do?
With Medet, it just be keep doing what he's doing. Obviously, he's getting the classy shots off. There you go, beautiful shot. He seems to be beautiful lean back. His eyes are wide open. Defence is quality. That check hook seems to be working for Medet, and obviously he landed that backhand then. So I think it's obviously Medet has slowed down here. So again, once Medet can start finding his range and coming through them gears and slowing Medet down, which seems like he has done, making him miss, making him pay, I think we can see Medet really start taking over.
Final 10 seconds here of round one. Boev starting to.
He's having a go.
He was looking like he was slowing down a little bit then, but he's come straight back at it as the round comes to a close there. Fiery finish to the first round.
Yeah, good, great first round, considering we've got a 9-0 prospect against, you know, someone who's making his debut. Didn't expect that at all, but fair play. But he's doing just what he needs to do to, you know, fight in an away fight. So just get straight in there, take it to him, give him his all. But I think we'll see the quality of Medet really shine through in these next couple of rounds.
Seeing some big shots here, throwing himself into him is Boev. Really throwing himself in, taking and licking and keeping on ticking as Medet landed some really big shots there.
Medet centre of the ring, waiting for the start of round two.
Back they go to it as Medet takes the centre of the ring. Boev not shying off at all. Standing right in the pocket, willing to take a shot again. was trying that Mayweather little slip and slide then. Was Boboev. Medet really remaining patient.
Oh, beautiful jab, nice stiff jab there. As you can see, the pace is slowed down. This is where we can see Medet really start finding his range, and like I said, going through them gears.
Yeah, as great as combinations are we see in the game, like as far as a stiff jab goes, it's a little bit underutilized in the sense of controlling the center of the ring like this. It really does speak volumes if you can just control someone with a big jab like that, like stiff jab from Medet has been delivering. A little alley shuffle there from Boboev, getting a little bit confident now the longer he stays in this fight.
That's sometimes a way of showing out when you're finding it hard though. So, oh, beautiful backhand shot by Medet. Again, the stiff jab, he's nailing him every time with that.
Boboev can certainly take a shot here. He's staying in the fight.
Beautiful shot.
The second of 6 rounds it could possibly go to this evening. He's trying to evolve Billy Joe Saunders tactics here. Look at him go. He's really settling into this fight.
Fair play to him. Medet keeps landing them shots. You know, Boboev can take a good shot, but I think if Medet just keeps landing them and keeps planting them, eventually they'll take the toll and his punch resistance will go.
Boboev really letting them hands drop, and when he's throwing, he really could do with firing one back, keeping one hand high when he's firing. Getting countered because of it, but he's still remaining confident and cocky, and they're still trying to test the 9-0 prospects game.
Oh, lovely shot. Double jab backhand.
He's very raw, is Boboev, but he is really giving it his best here. Doesn't look too tired either, as the second round looks to come to a close. Hand low against the ropes.
Nice little showboating there. Great first 2 rounds there from Boboev. And obviously Medet is, you know, I think he's thinking, you know, this is a far tougher fight than he expected, but he's staying switched on. Boboev started slowing down then. Medet started landing his shots and started finding that range of them gears. So, like I said, I think we could really see him start putting his foot on the gas now.
Do you think Medet should really start to target the body a little bit more now, trying to slow him down?
Without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. I was thinking that when I was watching it then, you know, a couple of stiff backhands downstairs wouldn't go amiss just for slow him down.
Yeah, I think he could definitely utilise that. Look at that beautiful jab there. That reach advantage he's got over him to stay out of a slugfest. If he could really just start to utilise to the body, I think he could find some success over his welcoming the newcomer into the professional ranks.
Straight away establishing that jab. There we go, that little jab downstairs. Them sharp shots downstairs just to slow him down.
He took a couple there to the noggin, did Boboev.
Oh, just caught him.
First knockdown of the fight in the 3rd round here.
Great shot. He just jumped straight into that.
Getting a standing 8 count here is Boboev, but he's looking like he's raring to go yet again. Straight back into it with them jumping right hooks. He's got to be careful with that right hook. He's not getting countered too much. That chin's a little bit too high for our liking.
It was more of a shot knocked down that, so I don't think it's took too much out of Boboev. But you know, it was a knockdown nevertheless, and a great shot by Medet. As we can see, Boboev now is on the back foot. Medet's just closing it. Oh. Not sure what happened then, to be honest. That's it.
I think KUNKABAYEV has retired from this bout. I think he took all he's wanted to take and he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. But nonetheless, a decent showing from the debut.
Decent showing, you know. I'm a little bit disappointed there by KUNKABAYEV, to be honest with you, because just the way he entered the ring, he was confident, he was gamey, you know, he gave a great account of himself. But just that last little bit, then, you know, just when a fighter just himself decides just to call it a day, then obviously it's kind of it just disappoints me a little bit, because you know that's kind of like a cornerman's job, that, like, you know, and as you can see there, he didn't get caught without two. You know, I think it was just the class of Medet. It just was, you know, he couldn't let a shot go without getting caught. But yeah, I think it should have been the referee's job or his cornerman's job to pull him out, not the fighter's job.
Yeah, maybe a little bit fatigued there, and just deciding he didn't want any more of it. He did look pretty. He still didn't look that tired, but maybe he just decided he'd had enough. But as you say, I agree. I think that's definitely one for the corner to do, or the ref, rather than the fighter themselves. I want to throw it over to the official to make this
Ladies
one
and gentlemen,
official.
referee Abay Khan stopped the bout in 1 minute 13 seconds of the round 3. Winner by TKO, Eidos, Medet!
Жыртылмаған жағасы, ат үстінде ғұмыр кешкен бабасы, теуіп қалса темір үзіп кетеді, өтетін қайсар туған мен қазақтың баласы. Жаратқаны лапанасы, есігі байтақ даласы, алашым деп аттанса, ешкімнің келмес шамасы. Қазақтығын қазақ туған қорғаған, толғаған, танысаңдар мен қазақтың баласы.
Yeah, decent display there from KUNKABAYEV and Medet. Medet getting the win and going to double figures, 10-0 after a scrappy affair.
The class was there from Medet throughout, straight from the start. And it was just beautiful, just that nice sharp hook backhand straight down the middle. Just jumped straight into it. The ending, you know, a little bit disappointed by the ending, like I said, but great showing by both up until that point, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think levels started to show towards the end of that fight as we move on to the card now. Up next we have Tollabay against the 8-3 Hodgy. This one up next in the super lightweight division. The undefeated 8-0 Eidos Tollabay here, the big favourite.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, next bout of the main card of MTK Fight Night from Almaty, Kazakhstan. To the red corner of the ring, we invite the boxer representing Uzbekistan. Please welcome prelude, Hodgy.
And the lights drop here for the Uzbekistan Hodgy as he makes his way to the ring. The 8-3 super lightweight fighter with 3 KOs to his name. Coming in the backyard here of Eidos Tollabay's with his undefeated record of 8-0, coming to really upset the apple cart here, Martin.
Yeah, again, it's a big ask, you know, with a record of 8-3. Against Tollabay, you know, 8-0, 6 knockouts. One is that's 5 by TKO or KO. You know, real quality fighter, a standout amateur, and you know, like I said before, no doubt he's going to want to put a show on here tonight.
Here he is, the native son, Eidos Tollabay, the undefeated prospect here, fighting in his backyard. 6 KOs to his name here. He's been looking to keep momentum rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8th round of boxing in super lightweight division. Let me introduce 2 boxers. Introducing you first and fighting out the red corner. Professional record of the boxer, 8 wins, 3 defeats, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the Chiraz Uzbekistan. Please welcome prelude, Hodgy. Introducing his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Professional record of the boxer is perfect 1, 8 wins, no losses, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the Turkestan, Asanbay City, Kazakhstan. Qarşılayınızlar, Nurdos Tollabay. Every of these bout Dulat Bazarbayev.
And there we go. Hodgy looks in good nick, to be fair.
Yep, and this time in the super lightweight division, it's an 8-round fight between Tollabay and Hodgy. Tollabay in the blue, Hodgy in the red. Harry Williams and Martin Murray here, calling the action for this one.
As you can see, Tollabay just straight on him. His distance and the range, like a lot of the Kazakhs have got the breadth off at 10 and the pedigree. It's like they're right in front of you. I kind of got to witness that first down when I fought Golovkin, where you feel like they're right in front of you, but at the same time you throw a punch and the miles away from you. Like, but yeah, Tollabay straight on him here. His trunk movements, the upper body movements,
yeah.
Just making him miss. He'll start making him pay.
Yeah, the footwork, just even from both of them, the footwork already, as they just move around the ring, it really is something to watch. Really is a little bit of a chess match here so far.
Beautiful shot. He's trying to, Tollabay's trying to establish that backhand downstairs, right down the middle. Nice shot by Hodgy.
Hodgy really landing them counters there, really sticking inside the pocket of Tollabay. Oh.
Tollabay just taking a proper look at him here, this first round, seeing what he's all about.
Yeah, exactly. He's got 8 to work over. No need to rush here.
That's right.
He's got the record for a reason and the reputation for a reason. He doesn't need to be flying in there like our last man. Everyone was taken around just to try and figure your man out. That's what seems to be the game plan here for Tollabay. Just the man in black tries to lay some kind of glove on him.
the body work by Tollabay is really going to start to pay off, and you know, if we get to the next, you know, the next couple of rounds, he established and landing some good body shots. Then throws his shot so effortlessly, and yeah, it was a good opening round.
Yeah, steady opening round there between the two super lightweights. It was not a one-sided affair, pretty even. As both try and figure each other out. Clearly, like we are starting to see as the card progresses, we are starting to see a little change in the level of opposition now, and get some really even matched fights as the evening goes on. Very nice straight shots down the pipe there.
Beautiful
from
shot.
Tollabay. Not afraid of what's coming back at him. What would you be expecting for Tollabay to do in the second round?
I think he had a real good look at him then. He caught him with some nice shots, made him miss a lot, started making him pay then towards the end. I think we'll just see the same. I think he'll just put his foot down this round and just start going through the gears a bit and start, you know, establishing some of his more of his own shots and combinations.
And here we go, second round underway. Second of 8 this time as the card progresses. Very close fought contest so far. Hodgy sticking in the pocket there, trying to land some counters on Tollabay.
Perfect shot against the southpaw is that backhand straight down the middle, whether that's upstairs or down, and obviously we can see Tollabay just start landing that now. He's throwing it more. I think once he starts putting JURAEV under more fire, he'll start firing him back more and create an opening for Tollabay to catch him with some clean shots.
Yeah, he's really starting to fire that right hand down the pipe now, is Tollabay. It's never an easy fight when you come up against a southpaw when you're an orthodox, but he seems to be managing it well so far.
I was quite surprised that he come out unorthodox then, because the majority of Kazakhstan fighters seems to be southpaw, so no doubt he's had plenty of practice sparring in southpaw, so it'd just be, you know, I don't think that they'd struggle as much as we would, because they seem to see a lot more southpaws. Great shot downstairs. He caught him that body shot.
Big shot.
I think it was the first backhand underneath that hurt him. There was a delayed reaction.
Yeah, I'm sure the follow-ups didn't help too much either in that regard. Stand there, 8 count here.
He knows he can hurt him now to the body. I think he's going to jump straight back on him now and start working that body over. Start creating them openings, finish him off downstairs. There you go.
Yeah, he's not even telegraphing them shots either. Like, he knows it's the target he needs to be aiming for, but he's not making it. He's not making it known for Hodgy to try and counter here. 1 minute left in the second round. Let's see if he can try and seek out a finish or hurt his man further.
There you go, just landed it again. He throws his shot so effortlessly so I'm struggling to get that word out, but effortlessly Tollabay. Looking for that again, looking to plant that backhand downstairs.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job at cutting the ring down as well.
Beautiful shot.
Very nice overhand left hook there. Mixing the shots up very well. Not letting Hodgy get a feel of where the shots are going to be coming from next, keeping him guessing.
That's the one. Just natural, just through that. Didn't even think about it. And that was the shot that he was, you know, he was throwing straight from the off. He knew that was the shot that was going to do him, and we're still going here. That's twice he's been down with that shot, so we know he can be hurt to the body, and you know, I'd be surprised if he, you know, if he's finishing round 3.
Big round there for Tollabay, who seems to only be growing in stature as the fight continues and the fight goes on. He's going to be hunting for that finish in the next round, don't you think? He must be straight on him. What would you, if you were in his corner now, how would you be directing your man?
I wouldn't tell him to change anything. It's been it's been two easy enough rounds for him. I just tell him just to do exactly the same thing. Usually what happens is when you start going looking for knockouts, they never come. As you can see, he's just been naturally doing what he does, and he's just landing them shots. So I just tell him just go out, do the exact same, maybe put his foot on the gas a little bit more. But like, you know, it's an 8-round fight. We're going into round 3. He's had him down twice, and as we can see, he's getting on top. So I just tell him go out and do the exact same. Maybe just push on the, you know, push on the gas a little bit more.
Big third round here. Tollabay wasting no time getting straight out there, controlling the centre of the ring.
Oh.
Another little right hand rocking Hodgy right out the gate there.
I think that's it.
7, 8.
Yeah, that might be
It's
the
only
last
going to end
warning.
one way, this.
Yeah, that might be his last and final warning from the referee here. Referee's going to be right on top of the action here. Oh, big left hand there from Hodgy, but didn't seem to faze Tollabay, the local man, at all.
No, fair play to Hodgy. You know, he's been down a couple of times. He's standing back up, he's fighting. And this is what we said about the previous fight. It's a referee or cornerman decision to pull a fighter out. So fair play to him. He's just doing what he needs to do. But he's well under the cosh and under fire. And I think the referee or his cornerman should make the decision of pulling him out.
Yeah, just stalking his man now is the man in the white, green and red shorts. Really stalking his man, piling the pressure on now. The referee is right on top of this action. Oh!
Slip.
Looks okay. Could have been a threatening moment there. Otherwise, flawless performance from Tollabay thus far. Hodgy starting to hang in there this round, though.
I think when they're firing back, there's nothing you can do from a referee's perspective. You know, they're still firing back, and as you can see here, he's kind of seemed to have got a little bit of fire back in him. He's having a go, but we enter the last, you know, the final minute of round 3 here, and I think he's going to start putting his foot down, looking to finish him off before the end of the round.
Hodgy starting to offer something now. Starting to buy down that gum shield just a little bit. Try and change the course of this contest. The last 30 seconds approaching. Tollabay not allowing him in. Oh, very good body shot again.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Referee being quite lenient with the amount of chances it's giving Hodgy so far.
I'm very surprised he's in the end of that round. Fair play to him.
Yeah, and Hodgy gets to see the 4th round. Not what many people would have expected after the end of that 3rd, but he's making good. He's starting to improve a little bit, but he's not doing anywhere near enough, is he, Martin?
No, I mean, obviously, you know, knocked down twice in that round, knocked down twice in round before. Doesn't look like he's on top in any way. Tollabay just doesn't want to, you know, start getting sloppy. Just wants to continue to keep doing what he's doing, but right round the sides there, it was a great shot there. Delayed reaction.
How many more chances as a referee could you give at this point?
And this is the thing, you know, it's at what point do they think, obviously there's no way back here, what's the point in taking all this extra punishment? But like I said, you know, it's the referee or the trainer's decision, and they've seen something where you know he can carry on. So, and I think Tollabay he'll be happy about that, because I think he'll want to see as a fighter that definitive ending to a fight, like, you know, putting him down and keeping him down.
Tollabay starting the 4th round strong here, showing what a lot of people have been talking about him and why they've been talking about him on the local scene. as a promising super lightweight. He's starting to look the part here against, realistically, his toughest adversary so far with an 8-3 record. I mean, he's no mug. He's got a couple of knockouts himself, three knockouts to his name.
You know what, and his game, you know, he's having a go. You can't knock him, to be fair. He's up against it, but he's doing his best, and more so, you know, what more can you expect? But Tollabay's a quality fighter.
Really keeping the centre of that ring there and chasing down, hunting down and stalking is Tollabay and Hodgy. Nice little combination there from Hodgy. Packed a little bit of power from the Uzbekistanian.
Just walking him down here. You know, Tollabay's at the point where he's getting Hodgy panic punching just to keep him off him, throwing more power in his shots, you know, to try and keep him off him. But like I said, it only ends up getting, will only end up getting more tired.
Yeah, you can really start to see.
Oh,
I was just about to say, you could really see a difference then.
Don't know what went on then. I don't know why the referee.
That was quite low.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because we said in the last fight how, you know, it should be a ref's decision or a cornerman's decision. But at what point does the fighter say, well, you know what, come on, give me a break here, like, you know, I'm doing your job for you. So I think we had a bit of a reverse towards the ending of that. I think the referee or his cornerman should have pulled him out, you know, but again, he made the decision, so, but it, you know, it was inevitable, like I said.
Tollabay was starting to just pepper him with little shots and take his time, and he was like a punching bag session for him towards the end of that fourth round then. That brought on the stoppage. Hodgy wanted no more, and Tollabay moves to 9-0.
Yeah, good performance. You know, I don't think we've seen nothing at Tollabay there. I think, you know, the better opponent you put in front of him, you know, the better we'll see of him. He's just done what he needed to do today. But I think we could see him in some big, hard, tough, interesting fights in the future. Because I think we've only just scratched the surface there with what, you know, with what he can do.
Yeah, we definitely know the pedigree to do with Kazakhstan fighters is no joke, and we're starting to see another special one there in Tollabay, definitely. Let's throw this one back into the ring for the ring announcer to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bazarbayev stopped the bout in 2 minutes 3 seconds of the round 4. Winner by TKO Nurdos Tollabay!
Yeah, another complete performance there from Tollabay as makes his move to 9-0. Final thoughts, Martin?
Yeah, you know, it was a good fight. I thought Hodgy had a go. You know, he was down a few times, kept getting up. You know, he had that fighting spirit, but just levels above Tollabay was. And you know, like I said, I think the harder fights we see Tollabay in, you know, the better we'll see him. I think we're just scratching surface there with his potential. I just loved the way he threw his shots so naturally. Just, you know, he wasn't trying to exert too much power. He was just placing it, as we can see there, with that left up to the body. It was just placed beautifully around the sides of the elbow. And there we go. Again, it just so naturally throws his shots. I think he's definitely one for the future. I think the referee should have done that decision for him, to be honest with you.
A little bit earlier, do you think?
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. It was only going to end one way, that. Like I said, it's at what point you say, well, come on, you know, we're on an hiding to nothing here. But, you know, it was a good fight, it was interesting.
Up next in the welterweight division, we have the 21-year-old KAZAKHSTAN up against a 26-year-old Mohammed Salim Soltadiev.
Easy for you to say.
The 7-0 prospect here against a 7-6-2. Should be an interesting one as we get ready for the announcer to let them make their way down.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to the next bout of the evening. To the red corner of the ring, we invite the boxer representing Uzbekistan. Please welcome Mohammed Salim Soltadiev.
Love the entrance song.
Absolute banger, isn't it? As Mohammed Salim Soltadiev walks to the ring, he's lost his last 4, so he's coming into this one. It might be another one bites the dust, but he really needs to pull the performance out here, doesn't he?
Oh God, yeah. Again, tough fight for him. But you know, as long as he goes in there and gives it his all, then you know what more can we expect?
Yeah, we always say records are for DJs, so you never surely know what you're going to get when a fighter steps into that. We've seen a couple of quote-unquote journeymen who aren't the easiest to fight, especially for a 7-0 prospect who's full of confidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent. To the blue corner of the ring, we invite the boxer representing Kazakhstan. Karşınızda KAZAKHSTAN.
Coming from the Yerkids, KAZAKHSTAN and definitely not stirred as he makes his way down to the ring. Former amateur, the youth Olympic silver medalist in 2018 in Buenos Aires for light welterweight, making his way down here. He's definitely one to watch, wouldn't you say, Martin?
Yeah, definitely. You know, at 21 as well. Great future ahead of him. Walking to the ring, all business. You can see just by looking at him, he wants to put on a show. I'm guessing he's, you know, going to look at taking him out early and, you know, taking him out in style.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8th round of boxing in welterweight division. Let me introduce the boxers. Introducing a first and fighting out of the red corner. Professional record, 7 wins, 6 defeats, 2 draw, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the blockbuster Uzbekistan. Please welcome Mohammed Salim Soltadiev. Introducing his opponent and fighting out the blue corner. Professional record of the boxer is perfect 1, 7 wins, no losses, 4 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a silver Youth Olympic Games medalist, amateur Asia champion. He is a WBC Youth World champion. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out the Kokshetau, Kazakhstan. Karşınızda KAZAKHSTAN.
Class amateur. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's about.
Referee is giving him the final instructions as we enter the first of 8 rounds here in the welterweight division. Again, between Mohammed Salim Soltadiev and the prospect, the undefeated prospect from Kazakhstan, KAZAKHSTAN. Straight away, Shaken taking centre stage here, walking his man right into the corner, cutting the ring off very well. You certainly do have to be wary of these lads, even with the mixed records. And I'm sure you've seen it many in your time. You see an undefeated prospect coming in and can take a mixed record. Ooh, like Soltadiev, quite a bit lighter. And you can sometimes see an upset like that, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, the easiest thing to do when you're fighting somebody who you think you're going to beat and beat easy is drop your guard. It's a natural thing to do, and a lot of people do it, which sometimes ends up in the downfall. But like we said, you know, Shaken's world-class amateur. World-class amateurs usually made for world-class pros. He'd have fought at all levels there against all different oppositions. So no doubt that, you know, he's going to take a look at him this first round and then get to work in, you know, in 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Soltadiev already starting to show a little bit of wear on his face already. Halfway through the first round, he's already shown a little bit of damage.
You know, he looks like he knows what he can do, though, you know, going into that shell, which is always a great thing to do when you've got classy, quality, world-class punch in front of you. He landed a right uppercut, left hook to the body there as well.
Yeah, very nice.
But he's back straight against the ropes, and he's under fire from Shaken.
Shaken with big wide stance there, trying to dominate his man. Very nice.
Backhand by Soltadiev.
As we mentioned previously, Soltadiev's on a four fight losing streak, and straight back in there against no easy fighter, no mug. Straight back in there trying to upset the apple cart.
Shaken landed a nice right hook downstairs, then just behind the elbow. If he starts establishing them shots, then obviously they'll take.
Oh, very nice movement.
Take the toll further down the line. You know, if it goes that way.
Yes, Soltadiev looked at Shaken then as if to say, what was that shot, and then took another one.
Yeah.
As this first round comes to a close. A dirty boxing there as the first round comes to a close. So what's your review of the first round so far?
I think that's the way Soltadiev has got to take it to him. He's got to get on him. He's got to rough him up. He's got to take him out of his stride, off his game plan. But you know, he took some nice shots. Then he did catch him catch Shaken with a nice backhand. So you know, he's got to stay switched on Shaken and not kind of take his foot off the gas or just kind of expect it to be an easy night's work. Because if he does that, there was that right uppercut, left hook downstairs which he landed, which was a nice shot. So you know, we know we can fight, and there he's in that shell. But the classes were Shaken, and you know, I think he's gonna kind of start where he left off in round 1A and just put his foot down and just get him straight back under the cosh.
Yes, Soltadiev coming out in his second round, looking to be the measuring stick so far in Talget Shaken's young professional career. Hasn't looked too phased from many shots so far,
Nice
and he's
jab.
sticking in there, but as always, a very, very stiff jab from Talget Shaken in the white and gold.
Setting him up for this backhand there, nice and sharp. I think Shaken's going to pull it right down the middle. Just starts establishing that jab, nice, sharp, solid jab. There we go.
Very nice work into the corner there for Shaken on his man Soltadiev.
This is what Soltadiev's got to do. Just got to get on him, close that distance, rough him up. Nice
Very
angles
nice
there off
movement,
his shots.
Yeah, it looks like Soltadiev's just he's a bit too much down the centre line here. He's taking quite a few shots from Shaken in that respect. Shaken moving around him, getting that head flowing, getting his whole fluidity going here. Very nice little peppering right hand there.
Yeah, I don't think standing in front of Shaken's the best thing for him to do. Not why he just third on the end of his shots as well.
I'm starting to see a little bit of a mouse under the left eye there of Saltadiev. Referee brings him back into centre of the ring. Mohamed Saltadiev really trying to get back to winning ways here tonight. This would be a huge one on that a lot of people will be talking about on the regional scene if he was able to pull an upset out of here. But Shaken seems to be settling into this performance here, starting to find ways to shut down his man.
Seems like he's gonna look like he was in pain there. I don't know if he's gone over his ankle a little bit. Oh, nice shots, beautiful shots, counter shots inside.
Saltadiev looked at Talgat then as if like, nice shot, my man, as he continues to pour it on him in the corner.
Shaken's looking to pin him down and just let off a combination.
Very nice angles again from Shaken, looking much more the fresher man in the last 20 seconds of round 2 here. Mixing it up very nicely there. Looks like he's really starting to settle it in now as the third round comes. Saltadiev still offering a couple of shots in the back there, don't you think?
Yeah, he's shaking his leg there. I thought to see him go over on his ankle. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, there was a slight grimace there halfway through the round.
Grimace, yeah. But he carried on. No, it's been an entertaining 2 rounds. I don't think he expected, with him losing his last 4. I don't think he expected him to come out and be in such a tough fight. But I think we'll see the class start taking over now from Shaken. Tollabay has caught him with a couple of shots inside. He's landing them. He can fight Tollabay, to be fair.
Yeah, he was enjoying being inside the pocket, in the close quarters.
I think that's the way he's got to be. If he's on the end of Shaken shots, he needs to get on him now, just push forward, push through that pain barrier, take a bit of pain, make it a dirty fight, get close from it and work his body, because by the looks of him, he knows how to fight inside. He's landed a couple of left hooks around the sides of Shaken. But I think there being on the end of Shaken shots there at the end of the range just isn't the best place for him to be. He doesn't look the best on his feet, to be honest. I'm not sure what's going on with his foot. He seems to be kicking his left foot out. I think he's struggling.
He'll definitely impede his movement a little bit, and that's only going to favour Shaken's chances of causing a stoppage here. Does not want to stay stationary right in front of Talgat Shaken like that. I think the more Shaken gets him to move around, the more he's going to be impeded by that.
He's lucky he's signalling out there. I think, I don't know what happened then. Was it a gum shield? Or was it his ankle? He was showing out, so now it was his gum shield, yeah.
Good spot.
So I think Shaken, if Shaken can get back on him, start establishing that jab and start driving that backhand straight through the middle. And maybe look at bringing into an uppercut as Saltadiev goes down. He's still coming back though, still firing. No, it's a competitive fight up to now.
Very nice right hook there, sent it right into the ear.
Right round that glove. There we go. Saltadiev there seems to be up for it.
Yeah, a little head nod, biting down his gum shield a little bit. He is looking way better on the inside than he is than he is anywhere else in the fight, really.
And like we said, I think that's where he needs to be. Needs to be taking away that jab, that them big backhands off Shaken, closing it down and getting close. Again, he caught him with another shot though. He can fight inside Tollabay, but you know, it's easier said than done. He's more probably struggling to get in there. He might have felt some shots himself inside from Shaken, which makes him feel like, you know, I can't be there either, like, you know. It's easy looking out from the outside, looking in.
Shaken just taking his time here, he's not rushing. I think he's felt a little bit of the shots from Salted here and just took his foot off the gas just a little bit in the third round. You know, he's still got a possible 4 rounds to go.
Here
Doesn't want to waste time.
There, throwing the big swings and making him miss as well. It's so heartbreaking when you throw everything into a shot and he step back and you miss. Caught with a nice backhand there though, but Shaken straight back on him.
Oh,
there we go. He started slowing down now. Started finding his feet, and you know, he started letting his hands go.
There's a little bit more of a wince then from Mohammed as he got back to his feet there. His foot doesn't look completely under him. He's got a slight little limp as round 4 approaches. Another good round for Shaken.
Yeah, another good round, yeah. I'm impressed by Tollabay as well, though. You know, he's having a go. Going off his record, you'd never have thought that he'd come in and have a go the way that he has. And I think maybe Shaken has thought the same. But like we spoke about, sometimes you see them people with them records and you think, oh, you know, I've done it myself, where you've looked at somebody you're fighting and, you know, you look to who they fought and you think, oh, well, he struggled against them, and then, you know, you kind of think, oh, well, I'd beat him easy type thing, and then you get him at ring and then you think, wow. You know, it's a tough fight. Yeah, I remember I fought Sergey Kamitsky, was from Belarus, proper solid, tough journeyman. And it was like one of them where I thought, you know, I need to get past him. If I want to be where I want to be, I need to get past him. And I wouldn't have said I thought it was going to be an easy fight because I knew it wasn't, but it turned out to be a lot tougher fight than I thought it was going to be. And here we go, start round 4.
Yeah, Saltadayev's doing well, hanging in there. He's not showing any real attempts to get a way out of this bout. He's sticking in there against Shaken.
Oh, there's somewhat funny with his feet. He looks really unstable with his ankles. And fair play to him if something has happened, because, you know, he keeps going.
It's quite a long shot.
And he's still having a go.
A warning there for a shot.
Beautiful little feint downstairs by Shaken. Again, you know, if I was Shaken here, you know, you don't mind it when they're really putting everything into the shots like Tollabay doing there, because you know it's only going to empty the tank more.
Yeah.
You know, we're not even halfway through yet.
Especially when you're taking them like that and you're taking them in the gloves and the biggest shots that they can offer you, and you're not really feeling anything from them. Maybe that's time to start pouring the pressure on. Just a little bit. Very nice step in, left hook there from Shaken.
Must be careful he doesn't smother his work too much. Like, you know, it was a nice step in with that backhand, but just smother his work a little bit, just to get his shots off inside. I think if Shaken just keeps doing what he's doing, I think he'll naturally find the opening to finish Tollabay off. But you know, like I said, he's still there, he's still fighting, but he's dancing around a bit now, trying to pot shot. As you can see, Shaken's giving him no rest. Wherever he goes, he's on him.
Mohammed's trying to find a home for some shots here, but Shaken just is not stopping, coming forward like some kind of Terminator. He's taking everything that Tollabay offering to a man more.
He's finding the angles.
Nice.
Beautiful little step side through the backhand. Did it land? Well, I think it just shows the intelligence, the ring intelligence from Shaken, you know, and a lot of the a lot of the Kazakhs like that, especially, you know, them who's got that pedigree.
Yeah.
You know, people ask me about Golovkin, and what surprised me most about Golovkin, and it wasn't his power, you know, it was his ring intelligence. He was so clever in there, like, you know, and I think when you've been around at the level that Golovkin has, and a lot of these top international Kazakhs, they're so clever. The ring intelligence is, you know, is up there with the best, like.
Yeah, they do have a fantastic pedigree, and it's showing here again tonight. As the 4th round comes to a close, are you surprised by the way this fight's going at all?
No, I mean, I'm surprised by, obviously, the record of Solfadayev, because you'd have thought, especially with him losing his last 4, you'd think that, you know, it may be going to be a little bit of a walk in the park. But he, you know, he's had a good go, and this now, you know, this shaking, no doubt, he'll be thinking, you know, it's another. Maybe he's thinking, you know, it's harder than I thought. But from, you know, Solfadayev will be thinking, I've took a lot of you, you know, it's been hard, and we're only halfway through, you know, and that's kind of. You think here, if he was doing a 6th round, that he could maybe see the finishing line and go through it. But again, we're only halfway through it, so we're still in a good position, I think, for Shaken to go out there and, you know, and do the business and finish him off. But fair play to Solfadayev, giving it his all, and you know he's a true fighting man by the looks of things.
Shaken straight across and stalking Solfadayev right from the get-go, and 10 seconds gone, and Solfadayev finds himself back against the ropes, back in the corner. Quite surprisingly, this is the longest fight we've had on the main card this evening. A lot of stoppages so far. Solfadayev really trying to upset the flow of things this evening for us.
This is what Solfadayev needs to do. He needs to keep moving. I'm not sure how long he can do it, but I think Shea can just look, you know, he's trying to cut him off, looking for, pin him down, slow his feet down, and then, you know, start opening up with his shots. But wherever Solfadayev goes, you know, he's walking into shots. You know, it's getting really tough for him now.
Now, what have you making of Shaken's footwork tonight?
Yeah, quality. You know, the little step backs. I think it's such an underrated defence, moving me the step back, and you see that all the Kazakhs have got it. Just that range, just that little pushback, stepping out of distance. Obviously, the angles he's moving in off the side. Again, he's there, like we said earlier. Look, you know, he's in front of you, but he's not. And he's making Solfadayev miss now. Well, he's made him miss a lot, to be honest with you, but once he starts making him miss now, making him pay more, what do you think we're going to start seeing?
Referee brings it back to the centre of the ring here. Solfadayev just waiting for a moment to try and counter his man. Waiting for Shaken to step in to try and land something on the back of it. Nice little moment there for Solfadayev, landing a nice right hand, but Shaken saw the rest of it coming, managed to get up and around it.
And it's, you know, it's little successes there in the ring, like Solfadayev just had, that makes you think that, you know what, I've still got a chance in here, like, you know, I mean, winning, no, you know, especially where he is, but, you know, I kind of thinking from his point of view, be looking at kind of obviously finishing the fight, finishing the 8 rounds.
Yeah, Mohammed visibly starting to bite down on the gum shield now as the 5th round comes to the close, liking them stepping in and out shots that Shaken was getting very comfortable and confident with as we enter the 6th round here. I think he's starting to try and go to a new level here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, we seen at the start of that round, then Shaken got straight on him, you know, kind of didn't let him move, and then as the fight went on, Solverev had more of a chance to move around. You know, maybe Shaken's kind of thinking, hey, now God, you know, it's a lot tougher fight than he expected. And you know, there's sometimes in a fight where it gets that, and you can kind of feel a little bit sorry for yourself in a way, you know, and you kind of think, oh well, I've just got to slug it out here. But the class is with him. I think if he goes out now and gives a good round, starts letting some real solid shots go, he could break the heart of Solverev.
If there's any time to do it, it's definitely now, as we enter the 6th round again. Harry Williams and Martin Murray here calling the action on tonight's fights.
As we can see, straight back on him. Oh, nice comeback by Solverev. He can't get complacent with his shots shaking when he's throwing him out. Oh, nice. Again, catches him, he's straight back on him.
Beautiful short right hook there on the inside from Shaken.
His nose seemed a little bit busted up there. He keeps touching it. I think he's done his nose in there, Shaken has.
Yeah, starting to see a little bit of blood seeping up from Shaken.
And you know, we spoke about him trying to go, you know, I think we should go through the gates. I think this is what he's doing now. He's really stepping him up. He's stepping up, opening up with his shots. No rest, no rest. This is it, he's staying on him now.
Yeah, Mohamed Solverev trying to answer back every single thing he gets thrown at him.
He'll find the opening here, Shaken, if he just stays on him.
Nice little rolling shots there from Shaken on the inside. Backing his man to the corner here. Oh, very nice right hand there.
Nice comeback. Took it though, did it seem to have an effect?
Yeah. I'm sure Shaken might have felt that one just a little bit though.
Get him here, he's giving him no rest. This is just what he needs to do. Yeah. Obviously, as we can see, his nose has gone there.
This is turning into a bit of a dogfight now. Both men showing the war wounds in the middle of this 6th round with a minute to go.
I think that he's taking him for the doctor to have a look at his noses now, cleaning him up. So I'll be thanking him for that rest. He needed that. Shaking, he's jumped straight back on him here now.
Straight back in there, no messing about.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we all know the boxing pedigree is brilliant, but the conditioning as well. The conditioning of both men here has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, they both looked in top nick when they, you know, when they entered the ring. Again, you know, it's kind of the fitter you are, the more conditioning you do, the better you are. You know, your punch resistance, and you know, these two have come in this fight well up for it. The pair of them.
Your man in red Solverev then just trying to time a right hand counter off the ropes, trying to use the momentum that the ropes can give him, but nothing to do any success as the 6th round comes to a close here. Nice left hook, but again it's all shaken as we enter the 7th round of the evening.
Yeah, it was a great round from him. That he did just what he needed to do. He seemed just to be missing with that backhand when he's throwing that left hand over. I think if he, you know, I think his cornerman should be telling him to start whipping it up a bit more as opposed to throwing it, you know, as an overhand. Start whipping it up, and I think he might start planting it. But it was a great round from him then, and you know, from him then, and he did just what he needed to do. Six minutes is such a long time. You know, when you're like that, you're under the cosh like that. But no doubt he'll come out and give it his all like he's done in every round previous. Love that little you know, that little pull down of the arm where they try and find that, you know, when you're up in a shell.
Yeah, that's straight out of Golovkin,
doing it to me, yeah. You know, I was in a shell, he started trying to pull me hand down and whipping my hand over, so must be a, you know, nice Kazakhstan move that. But again, it's it will just be the intelligence of the fighter, reading the fight when you're in there trying to work out what I need to do to get, you know, get this fighter out of there and find them openings.
Especially for Shaken, given his pedigree coming into this as 7-0, plus his youth Olympic experience, like starting to shine through. Those little tactics are what make a fighter completely more complete, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And you know, I mean, fights like this do you no harm. You know, these just help you further down your career. Fights like this. Yeah. And if we get there, you know, he's spat his gumshoe. I don't know if he spat it out then on purpose. Just looking for a little breather.
Might be a
Not
little
sure
bit of a
what the score was with that then.
A little bit of a
tactician. He's smiling.
Yeah.
I think he did.
He's playing games.
Yeah. Shaking, he jumped straight back on him here now. You know, when fighters do that, it's a little show of weakness there, so...
Yeah.
No, he will be feeling it, no doubt. But I think, you know, if it happens again, then something's going to have to be done from the referees' side of things.
It has been one-way traffic. He's had his moments as Mohammed, but it has been one-way traffic this evening. Little tactics like spitting out the gum shield there, things like that show it, but it's definitely the most hotly contested fight we've seen on the main card so far.
It's been a good fight, entertaining, interesting. You know, Shaken's, you know, Solvadayev has, you know, his fair share can be some problems. Beautiful work there, up and down, going through the gears. Well, yeah, it's been an interesting fight. I think if Shaken can look at start whipping that left hand up as opposed to over, just as in, you know, just as Solvadayev goes down to it right there, he could maybe catch him. Struggling here, Solvadayev.
Missing a big loop in hand there, he's Shaken, but Solvadayev still just hanging in there.
Like
what shots would you be looking for here, Martin?
I'd be looking that Shaken. I mean, it's easy to see the shots when you're outside. You know, it's a lot harder inside. But if I was in Shaken's corner, I'd be telling him just to obviously get on him and start whipping that, start bringing in that left hand more as a, you know, see as he threw it over there, just start whipping it under a bit so it comes in a bit more like an uppercut.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not finding a home for that looping left hand at the minute.
There's the gum shield again.
He's definitely feeling that tiredness, you know, if your teeth are gritted, that's not going anywhere. If the mouth's open a little bit,
right,
you take a little shot, it's going to spill out. We see it time and time again. His little tactics. He is breathing heavy there as he gets the gum shield back from his corner team. Big deep breaths there as the 7th round continues. That's it for the 7th round, into the final round of the contest.
I think Solvadayev now will be looking, obviously trying to, whatever means necessary, just get through this last round. I think if Shaken can get on him, get a bit closer, not smother his work so he gives him the chance at all, but if he can get on him tight with his hands, you know, his hands tight, nice tight guard, and start bringing them shots up and round, get round the side, start creating them openings downstairs.
Shots as we see our next man warming up for the co-main event of the evening. Yes, KUNKABAYEV there, landing the big shots. Warming up for his co-main event in the Cruiserweight division. Big old units up next. Now the one more round of welterweight action. the 8th of 8. Tollabay really showing some true grit to get this far in the contest. Shaken could really do with a statement, but at this point it's been one-way traffic for that long that I think the final round it's there for the taking for Tollabay if he can try and land something.
Yeah, he's whipping that up that backhand up. I think that's the shot where he can start. You know, I think if he catches him with that one whipping up as opposed to over. I think if Shaken just gets on him now, doesn't give him chance to hold, pin him down, you know, make him hold his feet more, and start getting some body shots off. I think that's where you finish him off. You know, we took a lot of good shots upstairs, Tollabay, so we can obviously take a punch, but I think maybe downstairs if he can start getting them shots off, then maybe that's the way he can get him out of there. But you know, we're down into the final 2 minutes now, and I think they'd both be happy for this fight to be over, to be honest. Oh, nice shot there, nice 1-2 by Tollabay. Shows Shaken he can't take his eyes off him. You know, he's been competitive throughout. I know Shaken's been on the front foot, and Tollabay has been on the cosh a lot, but he's been fighting back, and it's been an interesting, entertaining, competitive fight in my opinion. No doubt Shaken's the winner, but it's been a good fight to watch.
Yes, Tollabay definitely isn't as poor as a 7-7 record is going to suggest following this one. He's definitely in there to go the long haul. He's not in there for a quick and easy night. He will get in there and try to batter you. He will try to put it on you.
Well, I think now anybody now, you know, kind of who's going to be, what's gone again? I don't know what happened then.
I think he's looking at his laces there. His laces on Tollabay's lead foot, just coming a little bit loose. And
I think anybody now will be looking at matching one of the fighters up with Tollabay. I think they're gonna look and understand that, you know, it's a tough, you know, his game. It's gonna be a tough fight. So, you know, I think he'll get, especially with Shaken having the record that he's got, I think he'll get work from this in the future and get more bouts off the back of it.
Yeah, bound to be 8-0 soon is the Kazakhstan native, putting a really strong performance tonight here against a very dangerous opponent.
Bring it up. Nice. Deep breaths there by Tollabay.
It's another rudimental round here for Shaken.
Great fight, great learning fight that for Shaken. I mean, whether he's coming to this fight thinking, you know what, this is going to be an easy night for me, whether he's coming into this fight and not thinking like that, it's a great learning fight for him. You know, good to get them solid 8 rounds in like competitive 8 rounds, but also, like I said, maybe if he has overlooked this guy, then obviously it's a great learning lesson for him moving forward, you know, when he's fighting future opponents.
Yeah, definitely. You see it happen a lot when you see a lot of up-and-coming fighters who get in and out there really quickly, but when the time comes to go those rounds, it really is what makes like the measure of an athlete, of a boxer in the modern game. Like you do see the mentality change when you get to the 6th, 7th, 8th round. It is tough, so fair play to Shaken for getting that experience there.
Yeah. Good fight. I mean, I don't think Shaken will be, you know, overly impressed. Yeah, it was a good performance. He fought really well, but I think he'd be definitely looking at stopping this guy today. So I don't think he'd be happy with himself, and know, from a fighter's point of view, you're usually your own worst critic. So I don't think he'll be happy about this. But he showed some great signs, some great movements, and some quality work. So you know, it's a good fight for him, and a solid 8 rounds in the bank.
We'll throw this one back to the centre to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. All 3 judges called this contest 72-80. Winner by unanimous decision is the blue corner, Rakat, Salim.
Rakat Shaikev there with a thoroughly deserved unanimous decision.
Yeah, there was never a dispute about that.
Very, very good performance from the first belt to the final.
Great learning fight from him though. Stand him in great stead that moving forward. Like I said in that early fight, I did the same with Kamitsky. When I fought Sergey Kamitsky in that fight, you know, not that I overlooked him, but I thought it was going to be easier than it was, and put him down twice as well, and he got up. He just took it and got up, which is kind of heartbreaking for the time. And then yeah, it was over 8 rounds, and we won. I won the fight over 8 rounds, but it, you know, you got mixed emotions from the fight. Obviously, you know, we like Sheikh will have mixed emotions now. Know that he's won. Be happy that he's got good solid 8 rounds in the bank, but would he have wanted to stop him and, you know, win in a better style without a shadow of a doubt. But, you know, a good performance from him, and yeah, look forward to seeing him move forward in the future.
And here we have it. It's time to sound the unit alarm as the cruiserweights come into the action with KUNKABAYEV versus Farouk JURAEV. 4-0 undefeated KUNKABAYEV. Looking brutal backstage before us. Farouk JURAEV, the 6-5-1 underdog, will be looking to upset the apple cart here again.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the co-main event of the evening. Let me invite 2 boxers to the ring. First, to the red corner of the ring by the boxer representing Uzbekistan. Please welcome Farouk JURAEV.
Here comes the outsider, Farouk JURAEV, making his way down in enemy territory here. The 6-5-1 boxer with 2 knockouts to his name. Mixed record there, but will not be phased about going to enemy territory here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the blue corner of the ring. Kazakhstan, KUNKABAYEV.
Here he comes, the hometown man, all furry and ready to fight. As a 4-0. A bronze medalist at super heavyweight in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Makes his walk down to the ring here. know, might not be in for an easy night's work here as his adversary across the ring, Martin. His last 3 or 4 fights have all gone to decision despite being 6-5. So it might not be an easy night's work, but it'd be even more impressive if he could get in and out of there against a battler as tough as JURAEV.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, he's not been stopped, and I think this is why, you know, they've got him as an opponent, so we can get some good rounds in. No, Stevie Wall in his last fight, good mate to man, Stevie. You know, give him a tough fight. It was stopped, you know, technical decision on a cut. It was a bad cut as well. But yeah, we're looking at getting some solid rounds off JURAEV.
Republic of Kazakhstan and sponsored by Academy of Logistics and Transport, ALG, Round 10, Buka, Gold Sapa. Ladies and gentlemen, supervisor tonight, Mariam Muhamedjan. Ringside judges, Telek Manap, Yerbol Nurushev, Dulat Bazarbayev, and your referee, chart the action, Baurjan Iskakov. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for co-main event of the evening. Are you ready? Let's me introduce 2 boxers. Introducing you first and fighting out the red corner. Professional record of the boxer, 6 wins, 5 defeat, 1 draw, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the Zuma, Uzbekistan. Please welcome Farukh JURAEV. Introducing his opponent and fighting out the blue corner. He is a military amateur world champion, 2-time silver medalist of World Championship, 3-time Asia silver medalist. He's a bronze Olympic Games medalist. He's a WBA gold title owner. Ladies and gentlemen, professional record is a perfect one. 4 wins, no defeats, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the Kızılorda, Kazakhstan. Karsalingizlar, Kamshibek, KUNKABAYEV. Iskakov, referee of this bout, give final instructions.
Боксеры, слушайте мою команду. Правила пожали руки.
Referee's final instructions have been given, and here we go for 10 rounds in the Cruiserweight division. KUNKABAYEV in the blue corner with the black gloves, JURAEV in the grey furry shorts, in the red gloves, Harry Williams and the legend Martin Murray here on commentary.
As we can see, yeah, there's a lot of height difference between the 2 fighters.
Yeah, staggering. A 5'8" is JURAEV and KUNKABAYEV is 6'3", I believe. Big. He should be sticking that jab. Like, this should be a matter of like an old school boxing, like old school boxing bout really, in terms of he should be sticking that jab, controlling that centre.
Yeah.
And little JURAEV, sorry, should be trying to get in the pocket here and put the pressure on him really. Otherwise, he's going to have no success tonight.
No, I mean staying there where he is straight away. KUNKABAYEV's on the front foot. JURAEV is straight away on the back foot, keeping that tight guard. Maybe this is why he's, you know, not been stopped yet. Maybe he just goes into a shell and just survives. But if he's gonna want to do anything in there, he needs to get under that jab. But the danger is getting under that jab and getting close to him. Is obviously KUNKABAYEV's big backhand, whether he's gonna whip that up or whip it over. As we can see there, nice and sharp, powerful backhand.
Yeah, JURAEV might have lost his last few, but he has been to decision, as we have said. That level of competition might not be quite as high as KUNKABAYEV, so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. With such a frightening height difference, it's, the chances of it going 10 rounds do seem slim.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night for JURAEV. KUNKABAYEV's just going to keep walking him down. He'll just have to find them openings, you know. JURAEV's going to go into a shell, as we can see. I think that's the way he fights.
Yeah, I think we'll be expecting some overhands here soon from JURAEV, some Hail Marys, if this carries on the way it goes. He didn't seem too happy about that right body shot then.
Solid jab.
It's got to be very, very annoying when you come up against a tall fighter. I've been in there when I've been sparring in the gym, and you kind of just get that taller lad on you, and you just can't get past it. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. I'm sure much more for you the same.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, you know, and what you find, especially they're so long, they've got them long arms, they've got that range. Add to that KUNKABAYEV, who's, you know, southpaw. So obviously there's them, you know, with JURAEV being an orthodox, straight away he's clashing that foot if he tries to move forward. But KUNKABAYEV straight away on the front foot. He doesn't need to, you know, use his range as such. But, you know, straight away, just round one, establish his jab. I think JURAEV's felt his power there. You can see him marking him put over that left eye. He knows it's going to be a long night, and I'd be very surprised if, you know, it goes 10, even though he's not been stopped before. Yeah. You know, I think once KUNKABAYEV starts, you know, pinning him down and slowing him down and start letting his hands go, and like I've said, going through them gears, I don't think he'll be able to last 10 rounds. But you never know. You know, we were surprised in that last fight. You know, we didn't think that was going to go the full distance, and it did. So, you know, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, quite a rudimental first round there for KUNKABAYEV. Didn't really seem to break much of a sweat and just let that jab. A couple of combos let go, but it would be cool to see him let some more combinations go as the fight progresses. Especially a couple more just straight 1-2s. Like nothing, doesn't need to get too ahead of himself. He's clearly ahead after that first round.
JURAEV straight into it. I think that's what he needs to do.
Yes, getting a bit more aggressive.
You know, could be his undoing, but if he starts opening up.
He's quick to shell back up though, JURAEV. Not risking it.
He showed there though, then when he punches, he has got a bit of fire about him when he lets his hands go, so I think the only chance, you know, he's got to win in this fight though is opening his hands up. But by doing that, he's opening himself up for and creating openings for KUNKABAYEV to capitalise on.
Yeah, the tasseled little warrior is struggling to find a home for any shots here. Standing still against the ropes is not going to bode well for him. Looping right hook, just missing there from KUNKABAYEV.
He planted a couple there, and it went just right round went round the back of his glove, which is where he needs to be aiming. You know, just get round the glove, create them openings, and there's only so many of them you can take. There you
all
go,
over.
Just like that.
He was answering nothing back with JURAEV, and KUNKABAYEV was all over him, and the ref was forced to bring that one to a stoppage. What are your thoughts there, Martin?
Well, you know what I mean. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, but I think that's his record was at the best, but he'd not been stopped, you know. And again, that's another stoppage for KUNKABAYEV. You know, he's done something that 11 fighters previously couldn't do. And you know, it wasn't even competitive for him, was it? Like, you know, but great showing again by KUNKABAYEV. Obviously 2017, 2019 world silver and a bronze in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. You know, I think it's looking like
different levels.
Yeah, different levels, but you know, this man's potentially, you know, gonna go all the way.
Big showing again there from KUNKABAYEV. Absolutely smashing. What looked like just 2 rounds on a punching bag for KUNKABAYEV here. Hopefully we see a step up in competition now at 5-0.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, you look at who he's fought. You know, on his first fight he fought somebody who was 20-1. You know, and then on his third fight he fought somebody who was 23-1. You know, I think maybe they've looked at this guy and thought, you know what? Who he's fought here, he's took them, you know, a few rounds, he took them the distance. Maybe he could take him the distance, but obviously, as we said, then they were completely different levels. And, you know, he's in a position now where I think they need to be looking to really stepping him up, like, you know.
1 minute 2 seconds of the round 2. Winner by DKO comes back KUNKABAYEV.
Big showing there for KUNKABAYEV as we progress now from the Cruiserweight to the main event of the evening. Well, yeah, just a couple more words on KUNKABAYEV there, Martin.
Yeah, I mean, we've said we know what he's about, but I think they need to really start matching him up now. You know, getting some real, I mean, he's had some good opposition. Obviously, Stephen Ward at Cruiserweight. I thought that was his toughest fight to date. Would have gone all the way. I thought had it not been for that, you know, that horrible cut that Stephen Ward suffered, but. Prior to that, he's fought some good oppositions, but I think now, again, they need to look at really starting to, you know, up his opposition to an even bigger level, because different levels here today. Like I said, maybe they thought they were getting rounds, but it obviously didn't work. He finished in the second round, and there was no coming back for him. So I think we can, you know, look forward to seeing him in some real tough fights moving forward, find out where he actually is, like, you know, but great performance by him nevertheless.
And here we have our main event of the evening, the super lightweight WBO Youth World Super Lightweight title between Jose Macias Enriquez and Ray Seytandov. Both undefeated scrappers, very similar to the rest of the tail of the tape. And here we go for the big main event. It's what we're all here for. 10 rounds for the World Super Lightweight title.
I think this is the fight out of them all I'm most looking forward to. No, in terms of obviously the levels they seem to be on the similar level, and you know,
having been there yourself fighting for titles, what's your mindset in a situation like this before you're about to walk out?
Man, you know, I mean, these big fights, these title fights, the hard work's been done. This bit's easy. Obviously, you're nervous.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring two challengers. To the red corner of the ring, win by the boxer representing Mexico, Jose Macias Enriquez.
If there is anybody walking into enemy territory tonight to try and take the title, it is Jose Macias Enriquez, the 15-0 with 7 knockouts, coming all the way from Mexico. Looking very confident he's walking out.
Fair play to him. As I was saying then, you know, prior to your name getting shouted, you're nervous. My nerves used to go as soon as obviously your name was shouted, you're doing your ring walk. Yep. So as we can see here, he's entering the ring very confident, flying the flag of Mexico. No doubt he wants to do everyone proud at home. And you know, he's, like I said, he's the fighter I'm most interested about, with him being undefeated. You know, he's had some tough fights. And it's a real test.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent fighting out the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Kharsalizar Ray
The hometown boy, Ray Seytandov from Aktob, Kazakhstan, fighting here tonight. 9-0 as well, undefeated. Somebody's all has to go tonight.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
In a big way, and with title ramifications also. It's all to play for, all to fight for.
Yeah, he's a qualified to Seytandov. He's knocked out his last 6 with all 4 of his 2021 wins ended inside 4 rounds or less. So he's, you know, he'll be open to start this year again with another solid performance, another solid win, and get him out inside the distance.
How much does it play to go into someone else's backyard in like situations like this?
I used to love it, you know, I did. It's not ideal, you know, it's always against you, it gets close, but
national anthem of Mexico.
some people rise to it. and Enriquez looks like he's doing it, doing Mexico proud.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Republic of Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, MTK Kazakhstan and head of this company, Mr. Askar Salikbayev, in association with MTK Global Top Rank, proudly glad to present the main event of the evening on ESPN Plus in America, Canada, and on IFL TV worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 10th round of boxing for WBO Youth World Championship in Super Lightweight Division. This evening is sanctioned by Professional Boxing Commission of Republic of Kazakhstan and sponsored by Academy of Logistics and Transport, ALT, Round 10, Buka, Gold Sapa. Ladies and gentlemen, and supervisor tonight, Mariam Muhamedjan. Ringside judges, Din Muhammad Abaykan, Baushan Iskakov, Irbol Nurushev, and referee charged the action, Paul Tuzinda. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready! Please let me introduce two challengers for this title. Introducing you first and fighting out the red corner. Professional record of the boxer, 15 wins, no losses, 2 draw, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Damas o caballeros, bienvenida al representante de Monterrey, Mexico. Please welcome Jose Macias Enriquez. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Professional record of the boxer is perfect 1, 9 wins, no losses, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out the Akhtobir Kazakhstan, Karsamizar, Rai Sichana! Referee Paul to see the final instruction to boxers.
Gentlemen, you are professional boxers. You know the rules of professional boxing. You have to obey my commands at all times. You have to protect yourself at all times. You shake hands. I wish you the best.
Now here we go, the main event of the evening, combustible main event here between two undefeated scrappers here. What an absolute fight this could be, Martin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's a real fight. It's going to be a competitive fight as well.
As we have been all night, it's Harry Williams and Martin Murray calling in the action alongside, while you guys watch at home, Saitsanov in the blue and Enriquez in the red with the tiger print. Big trading right early here. These men wasting no time getting straight to it. I mean, considering the difference in the length of the professional careers so far, I mean, Enriquez like 15 and 0 and 2.
Yeah. Compared
to the 9 and 0, he's got nearly double the experience of professional fights there.
Yeah.
Do you think that plays a factor in it at all?
Yeah, I think it does. Obviously, Saitsanov's the favourite and the standout in this fight, but he's got a tough fight on his hands there, in my opinion. Obviously, he's coming over representing Mexico, Enriquez. You know, he's gone the distance. This over 10 rounds. He's gone 10 rounds before, whereas Saitsanov hasn't. So, you know, if it goes late and you get into them later championship rounds, you know, you think, you know, Saitsanov is in Enriquez water, but Enriquez has gone straight on him there. I think he wants the old Mexican style, giving on him, working the body.
Yeah.
And just roughing him up, really. Nice tight guard there by Saitsanov.
Just one thing we know about the Mexicans is they are not ever an easy fight.
No, not at all.
Right in the pocket here, willing to put head to head literally and trade on the inside. Always makes for a very dangerous affair. Very nice body work already from Enriquez.
Yeah, going round, whipping him up. Planted a nice right hand there. You can see Saitsanov's face marked up a bit, nice and red where he's caught shots.
Yeah. Really showing some damage already.
I think this is a real test for him, this real test.
Very nice short uppercuts from Enriquez, from the Mexican there. Really enjoying getting inside there, just like that. Very nice.
I mean, no doubt Saitsanov's done his own work on him. He seems comfortable to be, you know, that he's there already straight away. He's on the inside, so maybe that's their game plan, you know, work on him in the inside as well. So we'll see. You know, I'm not sure how he usually fights, but he seems comfortable there. And Enriquez has gone straight, you know, he's gone straight to work. and got on him, but he knows, obviously, he's in Kazakhstan. He knows you've got to take out the judges' hands in most foreign countries when you go away fighting.
So speaking of the judges' scorecards, who are you seeing that first round for?
I'm seeing it for Enrique just for his work rate. I mean, he caught him with some nice shots inside as well. Did Saint Sanov, but I'd give that round to Enrique just for his work rate, and obviously caught him with the cleaner, better shots.
Round 2, here we go for the WBO Youth World Super Lightweight title. 10 rounds overall, if needed, will be available tonight.
Oh, nice shot, nice sharp shot there. As we can see there, starting off straight away, he's gone to boxing more, using his feet more, moving, not staying in the pocket there with him.
Seitanov continuing to push the head down of Enrique.
Straight away though, he moaned there. I didn't think there was any reason to moan the way Enrique did there.
I think he's just trying to work inside, is he?
I just think he's straight away by getting onto the ref like that, then he's making him aware just so he doesn't give him any favouritism in terms of, obviously, little moves that they're doing in there, whether that's pushing the head down, hitting him behind the head. So it's a bit of a clever move, really, but I mean, Enriquez is doing exactly just what he needs to do here and just getting on him and making him work.
Enrique's certainly a fan of that close distance fighting, a little bit of a dirty boxing, as they say. Likes to get on the inside and push the pressure. You can already see a massive welt on the right eye of Seitanov there. Definitely going to have some vision issues if he continues to get tagged on that eye. I'm sure the referee's noting that one closely.
Oh, nice double left hook to the body there. He's just working him over, just getting on him. I think Seitanov needs to just move more. Hitting him with cleaning shots when he's coming in.
Definitely, look at that damage on that right eye in only 2 rounds. That's some significant welt.
And move and going, needs to go there. Caught him with a nice backhand then.
Very nice straight shots down the pipe from Enriquez, from the Mexican.
I mean, he leans back, saying Sanov, so he kind of takes away the power of it. But he does leave himself open a bit when he leans back. He's just asking for them shots to just come over the top.
Yeah, he's enjoying. He seems to be more than happy to put himself on the ropes as well. Likes to work off the ropes as Ray. Enrique's going hell for leather, really, knowing he's in the backyard, knowing he wants to make a statement and let it go to the judges. He's more than happy to put it on the hometown Kazakhstan.
In the round 2.
Another round for Enriquez.
I'd say so, yeah. Obviously, there's a long way to go yet, like, you know. But yeah, I'd give it 2 rounds to Enriquez.
Right eye is considerably swollen at this point. Big deep breath from the hometown native. Be interested to see the corner of Enriquez here to see what condition he's seen himself in. What would your advice be to Enriquez at this point?
Keep doing what he's doing, just stay on him. If he's got it in him to go the 10 rounds and dog him like that, then definitely, I mean, by standing off him, you know, he'd be getting it with a lot more clean shots. I think that's it. I think what he's telling him there basically, just upper body movement, get on him.
Yeah.
Just stay on him.
Would you say his style at the minute is more of a game plan, or is his fight style?
I'd say it was a bit of both, to be honest with you. I think that's the way he fights. Getting on you, getting you up close, roughing you up, good body work. Obviously, he threw a nice double left hook to the body in the previous round. He likes going round the sides and bringing it up as well for create them openings. But I think that's where Saitsanov needs to keep him there, you know, not close range as such, as medium range, maybe just that, give himself that little bit of distance outside where he can get his own shots off and avoid him as well. Because I think there where he is in the pocket, he's just playing, you know, playing right into Enrique's hands, and, you know, he's at home there, he's comfortable there.
Enrique's really enjoying the close quarters here. Very
caught
nice.
him with a nice shot then round the sides himself, did Saitsanov. Like I said, maybe they've practiced for this, maybe they're comfortable with him fighting inside.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you say about that about Carl Frampton, like Carl Frampton could fight, you know what I mean? You know, such an intelligent fighter, but he was tough as well, he was nailed, you know what I mean? And sometimes he just used to stay in the pocket just because he loved to fight and he could, you know. And maybe this is what Saitsanov maybe he's doing. Maybe he's good there, maybe he's comfortable there, maybe he just likes to fight. But if he can box as well, then, you know, I'd definitely advise him to box more and not give Enriquez the success that he's giving him at the minute.
Jose Enriquez more than happy to stay there, and he's angling them nice straight left uppercut straight through the middle. I think that's what's caused a lot of the swelling to the right eye of Saitsanov. He's putting some considerable power behind them as well.
This looks like it's just going to be one of them fights here where they just both end up just swinging for it.
Yeah, there's been a couple of moments like that so far. We've been going back and forth in our chairs. Nice straight jab from Enriquez, returned by Saitsanov.
Oh, nice little touch around the sides there. He's got him. Oh.
Good movement on the ropes from Saitsanov.
Yeah. Like I said, his hands are a bit low and he's doing that lean back, which leaves him a bit open. But yeah, some nice defense moves there. If Saitsanov hasn't planned for this type of fight, though, then these are the fights where you find yourself in him and then there's no coming back from him. No. You know, you're kind of in the fight, you're 3 rounds in now and you think, well, I can't go back to what I want to do now. No. It's just, I'm just going to have to stay like this. So it's whether he can, you know, whether he can get through this and fight another 7 rounds like this.
Round 3 ends and the tone has definitely been set for the rest of the fight. But as you were saying, Martin?
Yeah, just good 3 rounds, that. Really competitive. Enriquez doing everything that he needs to do for go and rip it out the own fighter's hands. But Saitsanov is coming back as well. He's throwing some good shots, and yeah, like, you know, that was warming into a really nice fight after that last round. So I'm excited about rounds 4 and 5, and, you know, onwards. So just hoping that it continues just the way it started.
What about the pace? Do you think they can keep this pace continuing as the fight goes on, especially?
Again, like I've said, I think this is Enriquez's style, his pace. I reckon he fights like this all the time. Like I said earlier, he's been 10 rounds before, he's been 8 rounds before. He's the one who's kind of got that experience in terms of fighting like. But Saitsanov hasn't. You know, he's been 6 once. So it's whether he can keep this pace, like, you know, like I said, I think it's Enriquez's style.
If this is your first exposure to the Mexican style of boxing, then do not blink, because it can be nasty and it can be over quick.
He wants to get his head on his chest and just work him over like he's doing there.
Saitanov's having his work out for him here, trying to figure out where Jose Enriquez's next shot's coming from. Very nice mix up from body head.
Oof, nice shot there. Great shots there.
Yeah, you can see
got to be careful. Saitanov's coming back with some nice sharp counts of his own, but Enriquez just getting straight on his chest.
Yeah, he's willing to
and
give
getting
one to
to work.
one,
Yeah, he's willing. You know, he's willing to give one to take one. Or did Saitsanov happy? Is he the same? Is he thinking, well, you know what, this is one of them fights, I'm happy for give one, for take one, for get me own off?
really turning into a dogfight now as we approach the halfway point of this fight. Enriquez really showing up and showing out in away territory.
Needs to be careful with the man to keep him up. Trying to get that left hand down that shoulder roll, but he's just leaving himself a little bit wide open. Saintsanov being on the ropes, he's not where he wants to be. I was just about to say that double left hook inside works lovely, and Enriquez through it, but Saintsanov come back with a double left hook of his own. Just them little 2 left hooks there, just right round the gloves, just on, just round the air back of the guard.
Always got to watch the little forearm smash. He nearly giving him an MMA elbow then to the face.
Yeah, again, it's a bit low, that left hand. He's looking for that right hand over. Oh, nice little
willing to take a couple there.
Inside, but he took a few in the meantime. This is a great fight.
Yeah.
Locking heads there, clashing heads.
Both know what's on the line tonight.
Oof. Not good.
Big shots from Enriquez.
Switched on there now. He looks like he's out there. He's holding. Caught him with some clean shots. Then didn't Enriquez. He's straight back on him. No rest. This is where he just needs to get his head on his chest and work him over.
This is where the conditioning really starts to come into play. How long can you keep this pressure on him for?
He needs to get that left hand up there. Beautiful shot. Nice shot there. I mean, if he can do that in between, if he can just stay tight and not get caught without, and get him with them clean shots in between, it'd be great for him, but he's just taking a bit too much in the meantime for my liking.
Start to enter the 5th round now, and have you got to start to worry about the damage on that right eye of Zaitanov?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'll see the cornerman getting straight to work on it now, trying to get it down. Let's see if we can see it there.
It's hard enough to be able to have a Mexican on you like head to head like that for that long, as well as not being able to potentially see out of one of your eyes.
Yeah.
Not see where the shots are coming from. And that's that left side of his head.
That double left up there, like I was saying, inside. I think what Ray's cornerman was telling him then is obviously look for that left hook himself, bring that over, but his left hand's just too low for my liking there. I know he's kind of using that shoulder roll and using his elbow to find the range, but see, just his guard there, he's taking too many shots. I just think he needs to stay a little bit more switched on when he's under fire like that. Enriquez is there straight away, ready to start the round, waiting for him. He's going to do exactly what he's done in all the rounds previous and get straight back on him and try and lock arms with him and just work him inside.
Is it too late now for Zaitanov to try and change the pace and tone of this fight?
Yeah, I think it is. This is one of them fights there now. What's happened here?
I think he's hitting with a little low blow there, and
again he's just milking it. He's just doing whatever he can do to get the referee on his side, just bring it to their attention. Like, you know, I don't think. Again, he's entitled to 5 minutes here, so he could take 5 minutes if he wanted. I think he's going to milk this and take as much time as he can.
I'm sure Zaitanov would like 5 minutes to recover as well. In the meantime. A little talking to from the ref.
Yeah, but you know, it's got one of them fights there now. It's two. I mean, he's got the ability to do it. Don't get me wrong, but I just think he needs to keep it a little bit longer there. That, you know, see how he's not mixing it in with him, holding his guard tight and locking arms with him. If he just keeps a little bit more, like, you know, not close range, but just that. Oof, caught him with a nice shot there. He's hurting there. He's holding.
Yeah, he's holding on a little bit longer than he should there, Zaitanov, trying to get every second of recovery.
That's what I don't think he needs to be. Just there.
He's got to try and move a little bit more, Zaitanov, now, like try and keep him off him a bit, like pick the jab, but...
What's going on here? Again. Another one. He's going to go again.
If any more, it's going to have to be a point deduction.
I'm not sure how low that was, though, then, to be fair. Again, if the referee didn't say it, he can tell him. It's up to him. The referee's in charge of this fight, not him. You know, we can't dictate what's happening in the fight. Yeah. He'll give him a warning, you know, keep him up, but I don't think he's seen anything there where I think he just told him another one on a point.
Yeah. Straight back to it is Enriquez. Short shots inside. Compacted.
Again, if Sersanov can hold him at distance and get his shots off, then great. I'd definitely advise him doing that. But if this is the one where it's just going to be like this, where they're just going to,
this is becoming a firefight.
Yeah, and obviously have it with each other. Then no, this is the fight it's going to be. He's trying to tell him now that he's hitting him low.
I think he's giving him a little hip thrust in. It was Enriquez, a little bit of taste of his own medicine.
Nice upper body movement by him, Nick, so we caught. Sets it up with a nice left up then, and a backhand there.
Enriquez is watching wherever he's moving, he's keeping an eye on him at all times.
If Sersanov can push him back here, we've just seen him having a little bit of success there, pushing him back. I think that's the way forward. If he's going to have it with him like he's been having it with him locking arms, I think if he can get him on the back foot, then at least it's more in his favour.
Yeah.
Great work there by Enriquez. You think these Mexicans, they can turn pro at 15.
Yeah.
This is how they fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can imagine every spar in Mexico just being like this. So he's right at home there, Enriquez, right at home.
Yeah, just another day in the life for Enrique.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to keep the hands up there, Ray, when he's there. I just don't see any points in him having his hands down there when he's so close in range.
5 rounds down, halfway through, and is it a case of Ray Seitanov needing a stoppage at this point in these latter rounds?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, Ray Seitanov there, I'd give him that round. Close round, don't get me wrong, but you could say he got that. You've always got, you're up against it, when you're fighting abroad with the judges. Everybody knows that in boxing. But again, he's looking like at the minute halfway gone. He's a little bit too far behind for my liking, and no doubt he didn't think that he was going to be in this position halfway through the fight. He had some success there close inside. I just think, again, like I said, if he can defend more and not get it more and hit him with them clean shots, come back with them clean shots, then fine. But don't take too much damage in the meantime, because sooner or later you can get clipped, you can get clipped, and you can get clipped, and they don't hurt, then all of a sudden they really hurt, you know what I mean?
It looks like it's a case of having to play Enriquez's game now in these latter rounds.
Yeah, I think Sersanov now is just trying to push him back. The inside works far easier when you're on the front foot. If you can push them back, then obviously it's a lot harder. So I think maybe that might be a little plan of his now. But if you're going to stay inside, if it's going to be one of them fights, then at least try and push him back and make it more difficult for him.
Enriquez having far more success with them looping hooks.
Sersanov first doesn't look the best.
Doesn't fill you with confidence, does it?
No, looks like he's struggling a bit as well. He's definitely being a fight, this man. And he seems like he's breathing a bit heavy.
Enriquez targeting that left side repeatedly and repeatedly again. The eye's not looking good.
Just them little shots inside he's catching him with. He shouldn't be getting caught with them.
No.
He's just there again. His hands are far too low. He's obviously wanting it in now. He's egging him on. And like I said, it's just one of them fights now. But after this round, we're in Enriquez waters now. Sersanov's only gone 6 once before. Enriquez has been 8, he's been 10.
Bit of a litmus test so far for Zaytanov to show whereabouts he's in his young career. Enrique shining so far with double that experience.
Nice shot, and that's what it is. It's that, like we were saying earlier, there. If you can get off on your side and you can work with them, and you not get caught, and then you can hit them with something. You know, boxing's hitting and not being hitting it. You know what I mean? And Enriquez did it then lovely. Then he missed shots, come back with the left hook and moved away. I think Ray Zaytanov needs to do a bit more of that. His hands there. He's eating far too many shots on me, but he's doing the right thing now in pushing him forward. You know, pushing him back, should I say? He's on the front foot.
Enriquez sticking to the inside yet again.
You see, nice
very
shot.
nice right hand.
Seems to be slowing here as well, Enriquez.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, he'll be getting confidence from this. Ray will. Nice round. Another one for Ray. So he's starting to pull it back. Yeah. Again, he took a lot of shots though, but
yeah, he was egging him on. It looked like he was getting a bit of his second wind as that sixth round picked up there. I think it might be a turn now. It might still be a little bit too late, but it might end up being a very close one if he takes the latter rounds.
Yeah, I mean, if he can finish off where he left off now and get on him and get him straight on the back foot. Enriquez looked to me then like he was, you know, he was tiring a lot. And maybe, I don't know, maybe this might have been a tactic of theirs where they can get on him and obviously gas him out and make him work. And you know what, if it is, it's a very risky one, but fair play. But, you know, it's kind of, it seems to me there then that Enriquez was gassing a bit, and then Ray Zaytanov was obviously on the front foot.
Yeah. I mean, some fighters are known for slow starters, but wait until the 6th or 7th to start is a bit.
But you know, it could pay off. But he's had 2 good rounds. You know, 2 of his best rounds in the last couple of rounds. So, you know, we'll wait and see where round 7 goes. Rolling on there, just gaining any seconds that he can. Referees break it up here. I think Enriquez was happy for that little breather as well.
Yeah. He's getting some later rounds where character really begins to show.
Yeah. And you know what, to be fair, I mean, look, this is a great fight, this. What a competitive fight. And again, we're getting close to the championship rounds now. This is the first time Ray Zaytanov has ever been in a round 7, you know, round 7 in his career. No doubt he's trained for it, but you know, but he's showing true character here, true grit.
Zaytanov looking like he's got a severely busted nose there, starting to show some blood from it. As well as the damage from the eyes that can't help breathing.
These two will not have been in a fight tomorrow. Oh, nice shot. Nice. Lovely little left whip to left uppercut up there.
Maybe that's not the time that Zaytanov wants to try and grab onto him there. And he lands a nice little hook that catches Enrique off guard.
If you can get him on the back foot here now, Ray. Lovely, and whip it up, and he needs to start planting that left up round the side, Ray, if he can. Just slow Enriquez down a bit. He's not landed enough body shots for me, which has kept Enriquez coming. So I think if he can just start planting him, just little stabs in between whenever he can. Just them there, like Enriquez was doing. You see them little pop inside. Just get them off whenever he can. Just slow him down, because over 10 rounds, let me tell you, them little shots, they don't have to take it out to you later on in the fight. Like, you know, they do slow you down.
I was just thinking now then that Zaytanov's shots have mostly been headshots. He's not really been taking much notice of the body of Enriquez, and that is clearly where his engine lies.
He needs to be looking around. He just needs to be... There you go. That's the shot he needs to be looking for. He needs to be landing that every time he can. Just that little up and round. He's wide open round the sides for it. And let me tell you, if he can just keep planting them there, eventually they'll take the toll and he'll go. They'll slow him down, and he could very well do him there. But he's got to start landing more of them.
Yeah, he was making Enriquez aware of the power of them shots then. Enriquez's elbows were coming a little bit tighter. Another brilliant round comes to a close here.
Oh, dude, there's an...
Nice. Oh.
Let's go. Don't need to do that. Doesn't need to show how brave he is.
No.
You know, kind of go on it, mate. I can take that. And before you know it, bang, it's took it out of you.
Not when arguably he is ahead on the scorecards, or should he be?
Yeah, it is. Again, you know, we've got to think of the home sound judging, but I'd give that round to Ray again. So, you know, maybe 4-3 now. I think Ray's slowly clawing it back. And as we can see by Enriquez's head, he's blowing a bit in the corner.
Yeah, I think Enriquez looks like he's peaked a little bit, and he's letting Ray back into this fight, which is risky. It's a risky game plan.
That little left uppercut there was lovely there then. Again, if you can, that's when it's them little shots in between that he doesn't need to be getting caught with. You know, if you can get his shots off in between, them good shots where he can do and plant them body shots downstairs, and that's when then he can start obviously not taking them shots in between, and he can really start getting damage and like I said, hitting and not being hit.
The 8th of the 10 rounds available tonight begins here. 3 minutes, of course, and what an absolute war you are witnessing here between one of Mexico's brightest and one of Kazakhstan's finest.
Oh, nice short, sharp right up inside there. Again, lovely.
A real dogfight's developing these later rounds.
He needs to double that left hook up there inside Ray and then plant it downstairs.
I gotta say, I like it being in a small, intimate venue like this, and you can hear every single shot.
That's right, yeah.
It's really fun.
I think Saitsanov could really benefit from maybe some trainer from over there or over Mexico, where they teach you how to fight on the inside. He's obviously got everything long, but he's a little bit vulnerable inside there for me. I think a bit more practice with the top trainer over here would honestly would stand him in good stead, because look what he's done. He's in round 18 now, what he's come through to get to here, and it just looks like he's getting on top. Like, you know, he's obviously got the true grit, fighter spirit, and got all the tools. He just needs to, in my opinion, just sharpen up a little bit on his inside game, and then he'd be an all-round complete fighter then. Again, he's milking at Enriquez, getting another couple of minutes off here.
Just seems to be that little missing piece of the puzzle.
He took a point. Yeah, he took a point for Saitsanov. I mean, I didn't see that. I'm quite surprised, to be honest with you. Usually they've got the referee well on side with the own fighter, but like I said earlier, Enriquez got the referee onto it straight away and started milking it.
And now that that point's been deducted, who knows, it could be detrimental.
That's a 10-8 round, yeah.
It could be a detrimental round outcome now for Zaitanov, where he might need to bin the scorecards altogether now and just hunt for the finish.
And I mean, that's solely trying for him as well. When you see that, you know, he's just had 3 good rounds. He's coming back, and all of a sudden, bang, he gets that, which in his head he knows it's a 10-8 round. He needs to get off them ropes and turn him and get Enriquez on the back foot.
Coming to the final minute now. Of round number 8.
Oh, nice shot there, right uppercut, left hook, and they're going downstairs. This is what he needs more of. Ray, if he can start doing more of that. Again, nice defence inside. Oh, up and round, lovely. he seems like he's starting finding that left up to the body downstairs more. So again, maybe he's thinking this is where I need to be now, and there's nothing wrong with that shot. Nothing wrong with that at all. There was a lovely shot, nice shot right inside, just stabbed him right up the middle. Oh, nice overhand right. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that either, no.
Ray needs to get on him. Go on, Ray, get on him. They both, oh, great fight. There was nothing wrong with that at all.
Enriquez can continue to complain about shots to the back of the head as we enter the 9th round here. It was looking like Ray Zitanov was really starting to claw his way back into this fight there, gaining some valuable rounds. But after that point deduction, it could make all the difference in the scorecards now. I know we're in his hometown, and hometown decisions do happen, but it could be very much an upset here as the enemy comes in and takes the title back home. That point deduction could be detrimental.
Yeah, I mean, that, with him just having a point, with having a point off there straight away, that's a 10-8 round. Had Ray had a more successful round where he was getting Enriquez more and he was at catching, then maybe you could score at a 9-9, but he seems to be landing them shots downstairs, or finally finding it. So I think maybe it might start going there. As you can see there, they're both well up for it. Both got a warning from the referee, I think. Again, they're straight on it. And as you can see, it's Ray going straight for it. Nice shots inside.
A really tasty fight here. Back of the head, that was a clear back of the head. You can't really argue that one.
Okay,
but he is really selling it, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Right, away. So, let's go. Ray St. Sanova, you really need to put his foot on the gas and just get on him. He's got to be careful though with them shots round the side. I mean, you can go around the back of the gloves and get, you know, round the guard, but obviously if it's at back of the head, it's back of the head.
Referee with a firm hold on his contest.
Oh, nice shot.
This is like the longest they've been apart from each other the entire fight.
I mean, you wouldn't think looking at this though that obviously Ray St. Sanova's never been 10 rounds before. Like, you think it was the other way around, which shows the quality of what he is. Again, 2 times, one more and it's gone. It's hard, you know, when Enriquez is rolling and moving, making the body movements that he's doing. It is hard.
Yeah, shot is bound to catch on,
but now obviously Ray's going to be thinking, hey, now I've got to be careful. If I throw that again, I'm going to get another point taken off me, which again is going to make him think, well, you know, kind of what do we throw? One more, he's sold in one more, and you know, there's another point. I think they just need lock-ons and work his body. There you go. I think that's what he's going to do. Or uppercuts, you know, uppercuts and body work. I think anything now hooking upstairs is too risky for him to be taking a point off him.
I can tell you're really getting into this. This is your kind of fight.
Love it. Yeah, it's a great fight.
Enriquez really trying to play the back of the head game here. Trying to get a rabbit punch in.
Ray just needs to close that distance. I know we've been telling him fine range, but I think he needs to close that distance now and just get on him and work more to his body. And you know what, I think, had Ray done this earlier, I know it's easy said than done, but I think if Ray would have started finding his range more, letting his shots off more, and then obviously step closer and get on him and work him over, but he's apt to do it. Well, he's not saying he's made that choice to do it, but this is how it's been from round one, which he just took too much shots in between. But you know what, I think Enriquez is timing a bit here. If he can just get on him and work more and start planting more of them shots downstairs, little shots that are nice inside, he's got to make him work here. He's giving it, he's resting there, they're both resting. Ray's holding the ropes there. He, by the looks of that, he wants to rest as well, which he's in no position to rest in my opinion. He needs to get on him. He needs he needs to pull something back here.
30 seconds left in round 9.
Enriquez is tired there, you can see.
2 absolute scrappers putting it all on the line here. The youth WBO
another
title.
one round. He's got to be careful there with throwing them right hooks. No wrong with that. Get on. Ray needs to be on him here, not. Another round.
If you could have seen Martin Murray then, he was literally nearly right in the screen.
Yeah, no, because he's that. Ray sense and I'll be dancing to Enrique's tune, like, you know what I mean? Enrique's dictate. I mean, cleverly he's dictating this fight here now and away from the ref and from him. Yeah. But you don't stop until the ref tells you to stop. You know what I mean? If you only stop when the referee says stop, not when your opponent whinges about this is low or that's behind my head or whatever, like, you know.
One final round coming up to find out who is to be the WBO Youth World Super Lightweight Champion.
Last round, you know, they're going to go for it here now. Well, I know Ray Saint-Saëns is going to go for it. Enriquez looked like he's tired in a bit to me. So I think it'll be harder for him to go for it. It's usually the other way around, where the away fighter needs a big last round. You know, I think it's Ray who needs a big last round here. He's got to finish strong for at least, you know, salvage a bit of his reputation as being this, you know, flying, up-and-coming, undefeated prospect. No, respect there, always fair play. Away we go.
10th and final 10 rounds.
Nice little shots inside there.
As always, your commentators, Harry Williams and Martin Murray here. And what has been a great night of fights, capped off with one final round with title ramifications.
He's had a good few breaks in this fight, to be fair, hasn't he? You know what, they don't seem that long when you're up there, you know, when they break. You think here, like watching it from where we are, it's long. But when you're in there, it's not. It's, you know, whether you're the one having the break or you're the one waiting. It's little old school tricks there, not putting enough on, so it, you know, he sends him back.
I think they've also missed a D off the incredible on Enrique the shorts.
But this is what the way Ray is now. This is what I'm saying. Where he should have started like that. He's obviously got the tools to do that. He didn't need to get close to him. And obviously, if it goes close, then obviously have a little bit with him close. But stay there, just where he is. Yeah. That medium range, like he's not too close. He's just, you know, he's close enough, but not too close to get caught with the silly shots that he's been getting caught with.
He's very much been playing the game with the Mexican tonight. It might be a little bit too late now, given the point deduction as well. If you can't stop the Mexican.
Oh, nice little touch left up round the sides there. Ray's holding. Need to work the way out here. Referee needs to break him up now, I think. There you go. See them little touches there, what Enrique's just done. It's them little touches there that Ray's just missing. See them little drives up there, just them little shots. Again, I think he'd really benefit from working with, you know, some coach who can teach him the inside game like that. You come from an amateur background where it's all long, everything's long, and the world class. But again, it's just that to succeed. But we all know professionals an inside game. Long range is great, but it's an inside game, and Enriquez just done what he needed to do and got straight on Ray Saint-Saëns and just took it to him, old Mexican style. But fair play to Ray, he's toughed it out, he's gritted it out. And he's the one who's had the most successful last few rounds, barring him getting done for that 10-8, like, you know.
Final 30 seconds coming up here in the 10th and final round. Unless a stoppage comes soon for Ray Zaytanov. Looks like it will favour the Mexican in enemy territory, but you do have to always be wary of hometown judging. It's been a great fight that we've been watching here on ESPN. Two top prospects slugging it out in the final 10 seconds.
Yes, what a fight. Great fight. Well done, lads. Fair play to them both.
Brilliant scrap for the super lightweight youth title.
You'd think that Enriquez has got that there. I've made a small notes on the rounds, obviously unofficial, how I seen it. But you've got to understand there, he's in Kazakhstan, he's fighting the favourite. You know, it's the politics of boxing. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think anybody viewing it needs to understand that it could potentially happen.
Some big moments in them final stanzas. Ray Zaytanov managed to claw himself back into the fight on a few occasions. But will it be enough, as well as a point deduction, to take home the WBO Super Lightweight title?
You know what? I mean, I've obviously unofficial. I've got it 95, 94 to Enriquez. So it's not that close really when it's added up. It's not like a landslide. So, be very surprised if he got this. And again, hometown judging. There's argument to say that obviously Ray did the better work, but entertaining fight. His corner don't look too impressed there. They don't look too hopeful, do they?
No, it's not a winner's corner. It doesn't look like it.
He looks like he's got it, but again, it's literally on. It's how the judges have seen it. Everybody sees it different. I had it 95, 94 to Enriquez, but we'll see what the judges say now.
Throw over to our ring announcer for the final call of the evening.
Anita, feliz cumpleaños. Te lo prometí, vas a ver. Falta la decisión, pero estamos seguros que ganamos.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10-round boxing, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. Judge 1, 95-94. Judge 2, 94-95. Judge 3, 94-95. Winner by split decision and new WBO Youth World Super Lightweight Champion. Please welcome, still undefeated, representing blue corner, achter de Kazakhstan, Ray
Far off from the scorecard though, 95, 94 both ways, they all had it that same. Enriquez doesn't seem happy. You can kind of see why, but like I said, when you add the totals up, it wasn't. There wasn't much in it at all.
Yeah, very close main event there. Some debate from Enriquez with that point deduction. Could have and probably should have played a little bit more of a factor in the grand scheme of things. possible hometown decision?
No, you know what? I mean, I think the reason we are thinking what we thought about Ray is because I think we expected too much from him.
Yeah.
And maybe not that we underestimated Enriquez, because like I said, this was the fight I was looking forward to most, because I knew he was going to come and have it with him and give it his all, which he did. But I think it's just the way that he kind of fought. You know, he fought Enriquez's fight, and Enriquez took the first 4 rounds to me, and then obviously Ray just started pulling it back a little bit, and then there was that 10-8 round in between. But you know, barring that 10-8 round in round 8, I had Ray Saintsov winning 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, and 9 and 10. Like, you know, so he did claw it back. But having said that, even still, I still give it 95, 94 to Enriquez. Like, you know, so just one of them fights. And again, you know, I think, again, if you're going to go and fight somebody abroad, you've got to rip it away from him, and there's not going to just be 1 or 2 rounds in it, like, you know. But if it was going on a proper scorecard, then yeah, I'd give it. Obviously, I'd give it Enriquez, but I can kind of see, I can kind of see where the scorings come from. And like I said, it was 95, 94 all the way around, and all the judges. So it was one of them fights. It was a close fight, hard fight to score and judge. But yeah, I mean, it was a great fight, wasn't it? What a fight it was.
Brilliant. Well, to wrap up a great night of fights here at MTK Global Fight Nights, and on top of a scintillating main event there, which sees the Kazakhstani take home the gold. For the legend Martin Murray and for myself, Harry Williams, we'll see you next time on MTK Global Fight Nights.
Take care.